everyone. Today I am here with another video where I would like to discuss how to generate interest in studies for preschool kids. Now, every good student is not a good learner. Yes, that is correct, because every individual has got his or her own personality, and every personality plays a vital role in the willingness to learn or adapt the atmosphere, and also in the study area, or you can say the academic area of a child's growth. So when it comes to schooling or education, the individuality or the personality of a student has to be observed. Or as today in this video, we are going to discuss about the preschool, age. So we have to, give importance, or we have to be an observer of the particular child whom we are going to place in a preschool. Important is to understand that any child, any kid who possesses the basic attitude and aptitude and receives right motivation and right direction can be a good learner. Now, learning can't be specified into a classroom. Here today there is a setup of a preschool room where we have play items, where we have fancy chairs. There are certain books over here lying, and then again the soft toys and all. This everything over here is used in a play school room. Why? Only because to create an ambience or an atmosphere where the preschool kid can engage themselves or they can feel homely. But the thing is that if we limit the learning of a child only just to that four walls of a room, will that be enough? That is the basic question. Because the four walls of a classroom can develop the academic dimension of a child, not the whole overall personality. So today I am going to discuss 10 basic points which we can take care of, and which we can put into our minds, and all the parents unlike me and everyone who is watching the video can apply or can try once, so that their child who they think that they are not paying attention to studies, or they think that they are more into playful mood, or they are not absorbing the studies, if they are putting them into the initial stage, can just try these 10 points. Come on, let us discuss all those 10 points which according to me can be beneficial for every parent who is watching this video. So, the child who has a struggle in reading has a struggle in learning. Yes, that is correct. The children who can't read properly are unable to grab or unable to pay attention to what they are seeking for. Now, I want every parent to create a reading hour at home. If your child gets tired, then I would suggest create 20 minutes reading time with the family, wherein you can give your child the opportunity to select any story, whatever they want. That should be in a books. Like, we have lot of storybooks right now in market for every child. Every kindergarten school has got many storybooks, and even in this digital era, every student is watching every kind of story, starting from Mickey Mouse to Tom and Jerry to Popeye to Romaniana and whatever, lot of things. And what you can do is that buy them books, create a habit to take them to a book shop wherein they can select the choice of their book. And then when you come back home, every day try to inculcate that habit of reading hour, which can engage your child with you and with the books. What will happen? Eventually they will start recognizing the words, they will start using those words in their day-to-day lives, and also they are going to have a good conversational skills from beginning. So that is my important point, because when a child starts reading, or when you help them to read, they will understand the sentence formation, they will have a curiosity, like seeing the pictures, or if you have got a picture dictionary in market, you can also bring that and you can narrate a story through that. And the other day, what you can do is that you can ask your child to narrate that for you. So every day 20 minutes at home, a reading time is must for the preschool kids. Like if you're planning your kid, if you're planning to drop your kid to a kindergarten school, create an atmosphere at home like a reading time. The second most important point is that put your child in the driver's seat. Now I'm not saying about like driving a car. I'm saying that give the liberty to choice, to choose the topic whatsoever the child is interested in. So when a child feels controlled by you, basically when you say nahi ye nahi padna hai, wo padna hai, you can't read this one, you have to read this is more interesting, this is less interesting. When you do such kind of things, or when you enforce yourself or your interest in your child, then eventually they feel controlled and that loosen the interest. So my request for the parents is that just don't try to control them. Put them in the driver's seat. Ask them what you want to study today. What interests you. Just a half an hour is enough to understand with your child alone what are the subjects or what are the areas or what kind of activities he or she likes to do. So give them that freedom. Now you can also do one thing. You can assign your child, if they say that mama, this thing interests me, so you can assign your child, you can place them in an important position and you can say them that okay fine, you want to do this, you do this and later explain this activity to me. So they will feel that okay, something mama wants to know from me or my father wants to know from me. So eventually they will start taking interest in that particular activity. Now when you ask them to do whatever they want at that particular point of time, the next time when you say to do something to them, they will eventually say yes to you. So that is the second point. The third is that encourage for open and sincere communication with them. Like create an open atmosphere where they feel comfortable to share their feelings with you, because most of our parents nowadays, we are all office going parents, and we 6 to 7 hours we spend at office, and eventually when we come back to home we don't get enough time with our kids. So what we can do is that we can what I can say, you can dissect the time, or you can divide your time that between this to this you are going to have a very good fruitful or healthy conversation with your child, because as soon as the child turns 3 or 4, he or she is capable to capture the sensitive elements of life nowadays, because of the digital things, because of the mobile they are using at home, or the things which they are watching over YouTube or any kids channel. So when they start sharing their things, their feelings with you regularly, in regular interval, what will happen is that will bring a routine to their life, and then they will think okay fine, mama is there for me, or my father is there for me, or any elder of at home or family, they are there for me, so they will listen to me. Then what will happen, they won't be like keeping their feelings inside. They are going to share everything with you. Even when you are taking your child to a fancy restaurant or a fancy place or a park, when you come back home, try to understand or try to communicate with your child. How was it? What were the things which made you laugh, or which gave you much pleasure? So they will open up with that. So they will narrate the whole time when they were in the park or in the restaurant, even though you were with them, but then also that will make sense, because when you're not around and they are taken by somebody somewhere, they are going to come back home and they are going to share each and every detail with you. So this is the third and important point, that is you have to encourage an open and sincere communication. The fourth is that there are different learning styles you can use different learning styles to engage them or to create interest in studies, basically for the preschool kids, because we have audible learning styles, we have spoken styles, we have activity styles, we have social or solitary styles, then we have physical and logical styles. Okay, now these all styles which I have just now mentioned, these all styles are adapted by every preschool. Like activity, they used to engage the student in some activity or the child in some activity only because to create the interest, so that every time if they introduce a book, like if we give them say for this a picture dictionary, if every day they are going to see this picture dictionary, I'm sure everyday lion, everyday elephant, everyday fox or everyday snake is not going to generate interest. So you have to shuffle that, and then you have to create an environment of an activity so that they are getting more engaged. The same setup of the play school can be done at home also, so that the child feels whenever they go to school or whenever they are picking up something regarding studies, they find they find that same comfort zone what they are having at home. Nowadays actually every parent they create a child's room extra, and they used to provide everything, I know, but then also that is not just sufficient, because just creating a room is not enough for a child, because you have to engage yourself with the child. So such kind of activities, like playful activities, like you are recording something with your child, you are saying something in English, or you're saying something in Hindi, or you're saying something in Assamese, and you're recording your voice, and then you are asking your child to do the same for you. So this will enhance their communication, this will enhance their learning. That can be from a book, that can be from your mind, that can be a narration of a story, anything. Okay, so this kind of activities will no doubt generate their interest. So this kind of activity should be done once in a while at home. The sixth one is there has to be enthusiasm for learning. Like not only what happens, like I grew up, and my parents were like, they said you have to study maths, you have to take up science. Even when I was I was in KG, my parents used to tell me, oh, you are very bad in maths, you should learn this, you should know the position of the planets and everything like that. So see, enthusiasm of a child depends upon the percentage they can grab through their own capacities of learning. So you just can't enforce them. Even if a child is not interested in maths, they can get interested in literature. So that is something you can't just enforce, but yes, the enthusiasm among the child has to get generated way or the other through different kind of measures. Like you have to help your child to see the positive perspective without saying like, if you don't study this will not benefit you. No, you can say them, why not to try this subject today, why not to try science today, why not to try maths today, why not to try GK today. So you have to give them a different perspective of education, of particular subjects. Now the seventh point is game based learning. So nowadays in the market, when we go to a kid shop, we come across many type of games which enhance the learning of a child. Like there are puzzles. Earlier also there were puzzles, but nowadays what happens with the puzzle, there are again then storybooks, or I can say here I have with me like the story of the crow and the vessel. So they used to put up this, and then they used to give the puzzle so they can fix it up. So there are many other methods like game based methods where they can learn it. So you can pick something from market and you can engage your child with that, and then later when they join the preschool or kindergarten, they are fascinated by new elements which are added in that particular school or kindergarten. Now the important point which I also discussed in my previous video for higher learning students, or students which are pursuing their 11th or 12th or graduates. So from initial period itself, focus on the learning, not on the performance, not on the results. Like, I have seen many parents in kindergarten also, in KG, in preparatory, or just class 1, class 2, they are just after results. Like, my son didn't got 80%, my son didn't got A++, my son is not getting this, my daughter is not getting this. Why we have to always push our child to get that A+ or 100% in school or in KG? Do you really think they know that value? Just think for a while, isn't it important that they should learn that particular subject? I'm not saying that if your child is securing 40 out of 100, and you don't have to say anything to them, but when a parent nags nags the child for every performance, like in dance or in music or in art or in academics, the child starts getting bored or starts getting pressurized. So this pressure, since KG, you have to reduce that pressure from the child. So that is the important thing. The ninth point, which is very important, is that you have to help your child to stay organized. Like at home, when they play, they scatter everything. Now you have to give them a bag or any kind of box or something else, and you have to ask them put everything inside it, clean the surface which you have made dirty, or you have spilled the water, you have to give them a cloth and ask them to rub the floor. So this kind of activities, what it will when you practice this kind of activities with your child, what it will create, that will create a feeling that okay, fine, this I have done which is not looking good, and now I have done this which is looking good. Now when they go to preschool, when they are studying, they are writing, okay, they are taught to learn, they are taught to write. So when you are trying to make your child organize in such things, they are eventually organizing your studies, like their handwriting, because basically students, or I can say the kids, they are made to practice that cursive handwriting, and many of kids don't have a very good handwriting. I myself have not till today reached to that point that I can say that my handwriting is good, but yes, I'm organized, because you have to encourage them to ask questions like, mama, if I'm wearing this, I'm looking good or not? Mama, I have cleared all this thing, is it clean or not? Mama, I have written this, is it clean or not? Is it readable or not? So these kind of things you have to inculcate in your child. Now the most important point, the most important of all the 10 points, the last point is celebrate their achievements or recognize whatever they do in their daily course. Like I have seen many parents, even when I was a new mom, I got very irritated when my daughter used to cry a lot. So I used to tell her, okay, I'll lock you in the bathroom. So that is the major mistake one parent does. I really request not to do such kind of thing, locking your child in bathroom, or beating them, getting physical with them. Because way or the other, the whole day when you are busy, I understand that when you come back home and you are making them sit and study, and when they are not reciprocating the way you want to, you get irritated. But then that is the time when you have to be calm, composed, and you have to understand their things also. So why I have said is that what you can do is that if your child makes a mistake, rather saying locking them in a bathroom or getting physical with them, you can tell them, if you're doing this thing wrong, something wrong might happen with me, or if you're doing this, I won't give you this. Don't barter anything. Like what usually we do is that we barter things with our child, like आज ये कर दो, then I'll give you this thing tomorrow to you. তুমি এনেকে থাকা, মই তোমাক এইটো বস্তু আনি দিম. So these things are very bad, you know. They understand that thing even when they are of 2 years or 3 years or 4 years. Eventually that is a habit for them then, that I'll do these things and my mama or my papa is going to give me in reward this thing. So here recognizing and celebrating achievements is there. If your child is organized, he or she is well organized in the whole day and studying properly, cook something which they feel good to eat, or reward them with ice cream, or reward them with some good extra things, not like very fascinating, very fancy or very expensive things. If you reward your child with expensive things, or whatever they want, when they go to market and they see the things and they say, mommy, I need this one, and if you give them immediately, that will spoil their habit, and that will become their habit till they are 16 or 17. Now when their demand, see, now you just imagine the demand of a 3-year-old or 4-year-old would be candy floss, ice cream or toys. And if that daily demands are met, in 16 they are going to demand something else which is very expensive in nature. Now you have to create that particular habit. Now inculcating the good habits in a child, every parent used to do that, but how far a parent is successful or unsuccessful, that depends upon the child also sometimes. And generating interest in studies is something, I have already discussed certain points, but there are also 2 basic points which you can give focus on. Is that you can focus on the strength, or you can encourage them, like, okay fine, you have wrote this thing today, so tomorrow at school, or tomorrow in front of your ma'am, or tomorrow again, then we are going to sit together, you're going to write this, and say them some good words. Also everyday routine, this routine thing is very important. Creating an environment of reading, which I said was the first point. Now if we can conclude it, then I can say all the 10 points which I have discussed, you can make it as a routine for everyday routine, so that the child is not having a gap in between. If a child have a gap in between, then they used to take the things for granted. Chalo aaj kar liya, kal nahi chahiye. So these things will come to their mind. So my request is for every parent, don't push your child at any point of time, because even they are kid, or if somebody is a teenager also, it's not good to push your child. Rest, you can just guide them through whatever I have said today. You can try once, and definitely you can let me know by the comments in this video if I have gone wrong somewhere, or you can request me for anything else if you want. And I think that's all for today, and we shall meet you in the next video. Thank you for watching.